First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming. We've got a couple of great things coming up with our program on the Idea Factory. We're gonna have somebody come in and do a workshop on Google Maps. And then Google Voice Maps. So we'll have somebody come in and do that, and that's, I don't know if you guys have tried that, but it's extremely hard to get on voice search for Google. Extremely hard. So we're gonna have somebody come in and do, and I think they're in 2 months from now, so I think that'll be in March or April. And then we've got a business coach coming in to help with business coaching. And then obviously we've got Christian here, who's gonna do a little bit of LinkedIn for us. So thank you, Renee. Everybody says I talk too slow, but I need to pick it up a little bit, so I'll try to pick it up as I can. But I'm thankful that everybody's here. I'm thankful that you guys are coming in today. And then if you have any questions, you can obviously ask Rick. He'll be rocking on this, and we'll see what's going on. So do I introduce Renee next?
Yes, go ahead and introduce Renee.
I'll introduce Renee next. Renee, come on up.
I am Renee next. Very nice to see you all today. Hi, I'm so glad everybody can make it today. I get to introduce Christian because Christian is also my social media for Signorama Chandler. It has been for the last 2 years.
Almost, I think maybe 3.
3 years. So he has been a plethora of help. We even did a segment that I called him out. I'm like, hey, I want to do this segment. So this last year, we actually did a segment where we went around. And so for all the signs that we have either done specific different things with, whether they were moving a sign, new sign, an old sign, a new monument, whatever we did, we went to all those business owners in Awatiki trying to give them a shout out along with Signorama Chandler, and they did all the filming and the videos for us, including the flower shop for Oregon. So they've done a lot of different things other than just our social media with everything else. So please reach out to him for your businesses because they have so much information for you and so much they can help you with. So with that being said, Christian from NeverNot Social on LinkedIn today.
Wow, thank you. I didn't know I was getting an introduction from you, Renee. That's amazing. Well, it's a pleasure working with you guys too. We've been doing marketing for Signorama Chandler for 3 years. We help with their social media, some of their email marketing, and just some of their we work with Renee on some other marketing efforts and stuff too, like going around and doing those video segments. We have some other fun plans that are in the works and other things we're doing this year. So it's very exciting. And I'm excited to be here with all of you guys. Back again, talking about LinkedIn. So for those of you that do not know me or NeverNot Social, I'm just going to throw a couple little facts at you just to, provide some credibility, you could say. So we have reached over 18 million people on social media in 2023. We're still figuring out 2024. The biggest metric I guess there's 2 metrics that I love. But in 2024, we drove over $1 million for our clients. And these are all in the Valley, just from email and SMS marketing alone that we can track. And we have an 89% client retention rate. I mean, we've worked with Signorama for 3 years now. Most of our clients have been with us for at least a year. And so it's very fun and exciting. I love coming into the community because that's who we want to serve and that's how we help. And we actually got trained from the LinkedIn team at ZCon in 2024, which is just a couple months ago. This is actually a photo of me at their conference. This was after meeting with the LinkedIn team and going through some panel sessions with them. But enough about me. Let's jump into LinkedIn itself. So why LinkedIn? LinkedIn is something that is not talked about enough. It is so crucial and important for B2B. All the business decision makers are on there and using the app. It is getting more and more downloads quarter after quarter. And it's a kind of a trusted source to kind of cut the fluff out of the rest of social media. It's a little less noisy than Instagram or TikTok. LinkedIn's not going anywhere, so it's kind of a safer bet as well. with all the things going on with TikTok and other platforms like CapCut and stuff. So the power of a personal brand. So there's two kind of parts to LinkedIn that we'll talk about. We're going to talk about your personal LinkedIn page, where it has your name, who you work for, your profile picture, about you, those kind of sections. And that's truly the most important part of your LinkedIn. There's also a company page that you should make or have made. But the most growth, sales, revenue, that's all going to drive from your personal LinkedIn for the most part. So overall, you want your profile to kind of be a resume, show off what you know, what you're about, how you can help. You want to showcase your expertise, build credibility with your content that you're putting out there, and you want to engage with your network and grow your network. It's the same thing of coming to these events. You're networking, you're building those connections. So we want to bring your networking skills digitally as well. And we can kind of break LinkedIn down into 3 sections, really. Your profile, your content, and your network. And that's kind of how I want all of us to see refining your LinkedIn, building your LinkedIn, strategizing your LinkedIn. Break it into 3 segments: your profile, your content, and your network, because that's kind of like the 3 pieces of the puzzle that need to be locked in. So that's what we're going to kind of go through, is those 3 sections. If there are questions throughout this presentation, feel free to raise your hand. I'm happy to answer. Slow down, go faster, whatever you guys need. So we can have it be a little interactive too. So let's start with your LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn, like all social media, is like indexed. Like how when you are Googling florist near me, Google is searching for what florists are near you, what websites, say Awatuki flowers, where are the keywords, how could we help you find what you're looking for? And I say this every time I come here, and I say this in pretty much every single presentation, but it's important to keep in mind how the social media channels and platforms make their money. They make their money by keeping you on the platform as long as they can. So they can show you more ads and they can get you engaged in other ways. Obviously, LinkedIn has other modes to make you make money, or for them to make money, like LinkedIn Sales Navigator and stuff. But we'll get there too. But the most important thing is they want people to stay on their platform. So all the aspects of like refining your profile, creating content that'll resonate, growing your network, the goal of all of that for LinkedIn is that you're putting out such good content, or that you're making such a difference, or you're driving engagement on the platform where you're helping them achieve their goal. It's kind of like a partnership. You guys have to kind of work together. So let's start with your profile. You have the bare minimum profile picture and a cover image. I feel like everyone has got a good headshot, and if they don't, whip out the iPhone, take one. Your cover image, it's not incredibly important either. You can design one for free on Canva. You can take a beautiful Arizona sunset off Google, whatever you'd like. It's not going to make that dramatic of a difference of your profile. You just want to fill in as many sections in your profile as possible, because LinkedIn's looking for those keywords. They're indexing your profile. And like I said, that resume and that portfolio of what you can do, you want to fill in all the gaps. So LinkedIn better understands what you do, and the people that would see your profile better understand what you do. So there's an about you section, there's a summary, there are services that you can list on there, there's a skills section. To break them down in a very easy way, I do feel like it's pretty easy. Your summary and about you is kind of like your elevator pitch. What's your 30-second commercial that you would tell me here today that would make me want to work with you or give you my business? That's what you're going to put in your summary and your about. And you also want to highlight any accolades, achievements, anything like that. Your skills section is also important. Your skills is kind of where people can also like endorse you. Like, oh, Christian, you're good at social media. I can endorse you. You want to fill out what your skills are so you can help people. And that again also helps LinkedIn with searchability too. But it's just filling in all those gaps. Now, the easy thing about skills is you can just type in the skill and then click add. You don't have to like, what are my skills? If you type in finance or financial, a bunch of options will come up. If you type in social media content production, social media management, like options will come up. So you don't have to really hurt your head you don't have to hurt your head trying to think of them. It's easy to fill in. You'll just select those. And then when people come onto your profile, if you have close friends or clients that you've worked with, you can have them endorse you on your profile, which is where they can say like, oh yeah, he's good at social media. Click that endorse button, or they can leave you a kind of like a review at the bottom as well. I would say let's focus on filling in your profile before we get to let's start recruiting people to help assist and endorse my skills and things like that. Let's make sure everything is top notch before we try branching out to other people and asking them to help. But anytime someone asks me to endorse them for something or leave them a little review or anything like that on LinkedIn, I'm always happy to do it. It's easy, it's friendly, and it helps. But most importantly, profile picture, banner image, your summary and about, and add some skills. And then keywords. So when you're writing your summary and your about, something, it's important to highlight keywords that people might search on LinkedIn or that might be relevant to your industry. How do you come up with those keywords? The easiest, simple way I can think of for that anyone in here could do is ask ChatGPT. Come up with a list of X keywords for this industry. This is what I do, and this is my current summary, and have them add some in. Let's work smarter, not harder. There's other ways you can find your keywords too, but that's gonna be the like easiest route. Go ahead.
Are there some like keywords that everybody can use that they should use, like problem solving or analytical or superhero?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. Well, I would first use your location, Ahwatukee, Phoenix, community, like any location-based keywords I would use wherever you can, because that'll help niche you down. And then, I mean, everyone's kind of sways so differently, but I mean, I would put something like, you could put like, you can put business owner, like I'm going after like business owners and marketing managers, CMOs, things like that. So for mine, I would put like, I would put marketing, I would put social media, I would put business owner, like things like that to kind of talk to who I want to go after and what it is that I offer. Any questions on this? Yes.
You mentioned using ChatGPT. I've used it for a lot of things now. And tell me if this sounds like a good strategy to you. I would be asking ChatGPT. ChatGPT happens to know who I am. It's like if someone was looking for me, what keywords would they use?
Yeah, that's a great way to prompt it. I would recommend. Has anyone in here not used ChatGPT or opposed to using artificial intelligence? It's okay if you have not, or you just don't want to, because that does exist. Okay, after this, I will do a little demonstration because this presentation's like not as long, really quickly, but it will really assist you. It's not gonna problem solve everything that you ask it, but it's a great way to kind of help you lay out the foundation, help get your brain moving and rolling for whatever you need. So I will circle back to that at the end of this presentation, but you'll build up like a prompt and you'll like tell ChatGPT about you and what you do. How many years have you been in the business? Like, just give it your experience. And it's kind of like texting someone. You're going back and forth until you like what they're saying or refine it, or take what they said and use it as a draft and run with it and start editing and tweaking. Today is not on AI, but AI is definitely not going away. And I can also give a lot of advice about like systems and automations and things like that as we are heading there. Because there's so many ways that AI can just assist with anyone's business just day in and day out. It's not like the Terminator. It's not going to come get you, at least yet. So let's enjoy it while it's not smart enough to do all that. But I will circle back to that. That's actually a great point. Okay, let's jump into content. So the profile is easy. Everyone in here can edit their profile. I have faith that everybody can find a picture of themselves and write a paragraph or two about what they do. So that should be easy. You could do it any day as soon as you want to. The content is where a lot of people, in my experience, put a lot of pressure. There's a lot of struggles, concerns. So I'm going to try to make this really, really easy for you guys to help succeed. For starters, video content, this is not like a little rumbling. I heard like, oh, the video content's going to be really big in 2025. LinkedIn is putting a lot of eggs in this basket for video because they're seeing they're being left behind. And based on my conversations with the LinkedIn team, they're going to be like at least 3xing reach as they're rolling out videos, more like pushing video further, which means they're going to show your video content to at least 3 times more people than a normal post. Now, there's a way to curate the video so they perform better than that or really convert, but video is going to be a driving force for LinkedIn. And the reason they're doing that, besides being left out, is they're adding a video tab to everybody's LinkedIn app and page. It's not rolled out to everybody yet, but it's going to be like how there's like a Instagram Reels, a Facebook Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. They want to join the fun. So they're adding that video tab. Some people have had it for a while. Some people still don't have it. It's still rolling out right now, but they want people that will engage. You know, they want people to obviously stay on the app longer, and they're seeing people are watching videos so much more, especially this like short form vertical style content that we see on Reels and Shorts and TikTok. So they're leaning into that heavily. So the biggest piece of advice I could give to someone is it's time to lean into video if you can. I can help come up with some ideas for everybody here. There's no industry that you can't make a video about. I've done it all. And there's a way to make every business engaging on social media too. So that's like a huge takeaway. I'm not even going to tell you. You'll see the video in a second. Okay, so what type of content should you publish besides videos? You can also post photos, infographics. You want to be consistent. So the algorithm is like going to reward you. They see you're constantly putting effort in. You're going to be constantly trying to engage people, even if you only engage 5 people, let's just say. You know, it's going to understand that those 5 people react to your content and they engage with it well. So they're going to keep showing your stuff towards the top of the feed. All social media platforms have algorithms that they use to organize like the feed of posts so they can see what am I going to spend the most time on? Like, how are they going to keep me on the app the longest? So they're going to, if I'm on Facebook, they're going to show me my aunt's new puppy first or something like that, you know, because they know I'm going to comment, oh, Aunt Nicole, that's so cute. You know, they're going to show me things that they know I'm going to like and comment, or the types of posts that I spend the most time watching too. So with that being said, being consistent is key. And you want a mix of personal and professional. I know LinkedIn is kind of known for being like people bragging about accolades and just sometimes it's boring jargon or, oh, I got a new job, woo. The fold is going to be pushed further on that in 2025. It'll still be a very professional platform, but with this huge wave from all the other channels of being a little bit more casual and more personal, LinkedIn's feeling the heat and they're pushing efforts to slowly move that way right now. So it's important that we're all at the forefront of that. Yes.
So I have a lot of questions. So
Go ahead.
So hobbies is what you want to put up, like stuff that you do all the time, like hiking or surfing or skiing, whatever you do.
Yeah. So people, at the end of the day, your personal LinkedIn page is still personal. It's still you. So even though a lot of people are posting like their accolades and things like that, people are still cheering you on and rooting for you. It's important to show people that you have depth. It's like going to a networking event and you're immediately like, do you want to hire me for marketing? Like, let's get to know each other. Let's build that relationship first. So it's the same way as you would in person as here. You want to build a connection. So yes, posting about your hobbies, posting you on a family vacation or a trip, posting you at an Awatuki chamber mixer, you trying out a new restaurant that opened up, supporting small business. Those are kind of like ways you can add a more personal approach. Yes.
And then when it comes to the video content like you're talking about, has LinkedIn given you rumblings that they're going to take, say, just creating a video on your own camera, or do you have to utilize their platform in order to post that video?
No. You can upload your own video. Yeah, that's a great question. I don't even think right now they have the full infrastructure like TikTok where you can like film, store drafts, edit, like things like that. They might move that direction, but for now you're good. But you do bring up a good point that I should let everybody know. If you post on like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram a video, and then you try downloading that video, you'll notice that you have like a watermark on the video. It's usually like the Facebook or Instagram logo and it bounces around. When you post that on other platforms, LinkedIn or whatever platform it is like scanning your video for what text is on it, what logos, things like that. So it knows when you've downloaded it from Instagram, TikTok, things like that, and it will limit your reach. Depends on your specific profile, how much it'll limit it, but every platform is a little egotistical and they want you to create content for that platform. You don't have to do that, but just keep that in mind. If you make a video, film it on your own, and then take that individual video and upload it to all the platforms. Don't let me upload it to Facebook. Okay, let me take it back down. Let me put it here, film it and edit it, then post it in all the platforms.
And then, just on that question, are you uploading them each individually, or some of the apps are intertwined to where, hey, you upload on Facebook, it also posts on Instagram and Twitter and other things? So, upload it individually. Am I hearing that correctly?
That's a great question. So, if there are tools that you can use where it'll schedule everything for you, so you can use those. But if you're not using like a scheduling tool like a Hootsuite, Later, a platform like that, you have to individually upload them. I would recommend that if you are like 2025 is my year, I'm going to use social media to grow my business. I'm going to use this as like a revenue source, or let me try this for 90 days and see what's the worst that can happen. I would recommend a scheduling tool. They're very inexpensive and it'll save you so much time because you don't have to stop every day and, okay, I got to make a post. Okay, I got to make a post. It's just you can kind of sit down and do a month of content or a week or 2 weeks of content and have it done at once, then you never worry about it.
Which one do you recommend?
My favorite is Later. Later. Because it works with all the platforms. You can pull analytics from there. It's kind of like a one and done. Like everything is on there that you need. If you just learn this one platform, any answer that you need can be done there. You can answer comments and DMs on every platform on Later. You can, no matter what the platform is, you can see analytics for every platform on there. And it's pretty inexpensive too. I think it's like $15 a month maybe. It depends how many posts. There's a free version too. Like if you're only posting like 8 or 10 posts a month, like you might just be able to get away with the free version, but it's not that much more money and it'll save you a lot of time. So I would recommend like Later. But all the other ones, they all kind of do the same thing. That's just my personal recommendation. It's also the easiest to learn, I feel. How are we feeling about this? I'm going to show you examples. Any other questions about like overall the basis of content? I'm going to give a little bit more depth actually. So actually, we're going to hold on that. So I have 3 video and 3 photo examples that I'm going to share with you all. One of them is me at LinkedIn. So we are going to give them a watch, and I'm going to tell you after we watch each video what are the key takeaways. Why was this video good, or how can you replicate it? I'm going to preface that this video specifically is like very well done, like in terms of like the quality. So don't watch this one and be like, oh, I can never replicate that. There's just certain elements that I like in it. Don't be alarmed right away. Oh, I think not.
You're back here.
Hello, I'm Weninger. I'm the owner of NeverNot Social, and we are here in the LinkedIn studio for a LinkedIn studio session. Based on what I'm hearing from the LinkedIn team, LinkedIn is now prioritizing video content, and this is one of those times where you can kind of be an early adopter. They've had video for a while, but this is something they're putting a hyper focus on. When Instagram Reels started, we moved a couple clients from TikTok to Instagram Reels, and the success is there. It was there because that's what they're trying to push. Wow. You ever hear your voice sometimes? You're like, whoa, that's what I sound like? Okay, but, well, I guess the first thing to note from that is when we moved people over from TikTok to Instagram Reels, they were getting like 1,000 followers a day. Not saying that'll happen with LinkedIn, but because they're putting all this effort here, when Instagram did that and we put a couple clients there, the success was like insane. So that's also why I'm like, this is the sign to put some video in perspective. Okay, so why was this video good? I was in it. Wow, that's a horrible frame to have froze me on too. Woo, okay. Okay. I'm here, so my network knows who I am, and that resonates with them. But also, it's a personal video. Someone's talking to them. The subtitles are so important because, like I said, every platform's indexing that. How do you add that? The easiest way is I use a platform that just got brought back thanks to President Trump right now is CapCut. I don't know how long it'll be here. CAPCUT.
CapCut.
Yes.
CapCut.
Um,
We're gonna move that?
yeah, technically, I think they're owned by TikTok. I think like it goes ByteDance, TikTok, CapCut. So I think they're a subsidiary of. So that, yeah, I will, yeah. CapCut is so easy. In the second video I'm going to show you, I used AI to edit this video. It took me 30 seconds. But if you click a button, like under text, and it'll say captions, you click it, and it automatically analyzes what you're saying in the video and makes the captions for you. And then you just click a button and you can edit the text if there's like spelling errors. Go ahead. You got it? Good?
That is exactly what we're talking about.
Perfect. Good?
No.
Okay. Perfect. No, you're good. So it like this takes me like 30 seconds. And it's also the easiest video editing platform in the world. I've used them all. It will take you maybe 2 YouTube videos or 20 minutes on your phone or laptop to edit a video like the first time, and then after it's done. Very simple. Yes.
I'm sorry, I missed it. That's CapCut.
It's CapCut. So CAPCUT.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
So a testimony to how easy that is, my 11-year-old been doing that for the last like 3 years and editing videos well. And it gets frustrated that I can't do it, but she can do it. So it's doable.
Yeah, very, very doable. Absolutely. CapCut's one of those things that take that away from here. It's so easy, so simple. You can do it on any device. But that makes adding captions so much easier. It's not a hassle. You're not individually typing every word. But it's important that you have these because LinkedIn's analyzing it. You can see me here in the video looking like that. And it's only like 30 seconds, I think, maybe. So it's short, sweet. I've provided you some feedback, some context of what's happening, what's new in my industry. But it's also engaging. When you add text and you add a couple little cuts here and there, it keeps your attention longer than me just talking to my phone for a minute straight. Okay, so here's the update with LinkedIn. You know, it adds a little bit more excitement. It keeps your eyes moving. Also, CapCut will auto, I don't know if it'll let me. CapCut will auto add, like, highlight certain words. Hello, I'm Christian. See how, like, my name is green? You can edit what words are like a different color too. But it will automatically highlight what they think are the most important pieces of information. People don't always watch videos with the audio on, like a lot of people. So that's another like key thing. It's like kind of highlighting the key pieces. People go on social media to not have to work so hard usually. So it's important that your messaging is very easy to consume. Go ahead.
Do you tend to use the templates that they put out, or do you just always start from blank? I'm just curious.
That is a great question. So they do have templates that you can just use and upload your footage into. And they also have a feature called Auto Cut, where you will just tap any video files together and it makes the video for you. It like will auto put them in like a ton of templates and you just click until you find a template that you like. And you can like edit it more down if you're like, I like this template, but I want to add text here or whatever. You can get more nitty gritty. But this one, which was for the Tempe chamber, I think I filmed on my phone and it took me 30 seconds to put together of like me at State of the City. That was like already a pre-made template. So I just tapped the video footage that I wanted and it spit that right back out at me with the audio and everything. I was like, okay, cool. I'll take it. That's easy. That's done. So creating content doesn't have to be like a chore anymore. It can really be like 1, 2, 3, done. And that's how this video was. Now, that's kind of why I put this in here, was that like you don't have to like overthink. If you're like, I don't even want to talk in videos, I can't. What you can do is like this. Like I made this video and then you can just write a little caption recapping what you took away from State of the City or what you took away from this or that. You don't always have to do video, but I just wanted to give examples of if you do video, these are the different ways that you can execute it. But this was all just filmed on my phone and I literally used the app. Done. So that's kind of what I want to showcase here. This is also good because it's tying right into like Tempe. So if I'm, oh, hey, Tempe local, I can really hype that up. People know the event. And your caption, which I'll get to in a second, is also kind of important because you can have some of those like little keywords too. Tempe, State of the City, Mayor Corey Woods, business, ASU. It's easy to tie in keywords into that too, so your posts come up more too. You don't have to like overthink that part too much. I don't usually create content with what keywords can I use in my caption. But when I'm writing a caption, I'm like, oh, well, this was in Tempe, Mayor Corey Woods, State of the City, ASU, like anything I can think of. I'm like, oh, those are good tie-ins. People usually want to hear or see those things, and it'll probably draw up some extra views. Go ahead.
What was the platform or app that you said you used for the video?
CapCut.
Oh, same one, CapCut.
All CapCut. Yep. I swear, you watch one YouTube video, you're going to be a wizard at it. You're going to be so good. Okay, so the next one is really professionally done, and it's incredibly engaging. And she has grown, like she's now a creator on LinkedIn. And the reason that like LinkedIn's also pushing videos because they're kind of looking for like influencers. Not that any of us need to be influencers, but they're looking for posts that'll draw engagement, we'll just say. You're influencing someone or you're engaging someone. And the difference between trying to get engagement on LinkedIn versus like TikTok and Instagram views is the people on LinkedIn are the ones that are going to say yes to working with you on your business. They're the ones that have like the business buying control. They're the decision makers. They're the CEOs. They're the leads. So getting 100 likes on LinkedIn most likely is more valuable than getting 1,000 likes on TikTok. These people are more ready to buy. They're going to convert a lot easier. It's really important to build the foundation on LinkedIn. Now, it depends what your business is. If you're like e-commerce, you're selling something online, LinkedIn's going to be not as important than TikTok, but that's kind of the beauty of LinkedIn. And now is kind of like the point to move if that's what you're looking for. But let's watch this. Her video concept in this itself, it's really engaging for LinkedIn, but it doesn't really fit any of our businesses. But again, I just thought it was a really good piece of content, and she filmed so many angles too.
They said, just put your head down, work hard, and someone will notice. That's a lie. This is 30 Lessons by 30. I know you already work hard. You're first to come, last to leave. You spend Sundays prepping for Mondays, and something about being the dependable one makes you proud. But people will take advantage of that, make promises they retract, give you false goals, and erase you from the credits. Don't be fooled. Nobody cares about your career, so you have to own it. After all, the best way to predict the future is to create it. I don't mean don't work hard, but working hard does not mean you'll get promoted. You've seen that before. Getting promoted is a whole other game. Learn it. If you don't get it in writing, it doesn't exist. Save your receipts. Don't assume they're looking out for you. Be explicit with what you want. And if it's ever vague, always clarify. This world is full of carrots on a stick. Don't chase them. Grow your own garden instead. This is 30 Lessons by 30, and the next one's tomorrow.
Okay, so that obviously was very high production value. Like that, you can tell this is her job now. She's built a platform. She's making money on LinkedIn, promoting this content, and she has other jobs too. What are the takeaways? What can we take away from this video that makes it good that we can replicate? The idea behind it, 30 Lessons by 30, it's a great way to show that you don't always have to be talking about business and work all the time. She's just sharing insight, her thoughts, which people want to consume. People do want to have a discussion on LinkedIn, believe it or not. As far as like the breakdown of the video itself, it's obviously incredibly engaging. I was locked in the whole time watching that video. There's so many like cuts and things like that. But the most important part is that she is talking about something that's just not always work related, but also kind of showcasing herself. You can tell she's the focal point, and you can, let me see if I can pull it up.
They said, just put your head down, work hard.
To be honest, also on a side note, if you really do fall down a rabbit hole of CapCut, and you edit like a decent amount of videos, like you do it for like a month, you honestly could make something like that on CapCut in like 10 minutes. Like it's so easy. You just have to know how to use it, but that could be made on this like app in 10 minutes. But like she's just filming herself working. So you could even take a video of you, if you don't want to talk, let's say, just take you working with your computer here. You pretend to be typing for like a minute straight and just edit it down. And you can put like something here like 5 ways to get approved for your dream home, or 5 things to keep in mind for your dream home, something like that. And then the text can disappear and say, read the caption. You're using engaging text. Doesn't have to be high value. Put your phone on a ledge on a $20 Amazon tripod. Just add some text here, say read the caption, and you can put those facts in the caption if you don't want a talking video. I think the cool thing you can take from here is that like you can take some of these angles that she's doing. It just looks like she's in like a co-working facility, kind of just filming different angles. But you could do something as simple as this. Just la 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 la. Doesn't always have to be the most overthought production, But just looking at some of the angles that she does, you really could just prop your phone up and just do a talking video, have some text come through instead of talking, just pretend to be typing or working. You don't have to overthink the content here. But it was very engaging. And that's the direction that LinkedIn is kind of heading into. So we also all get a gauge of where it's going in probably like a year and a half to a year.
Long form content, we can make longer videos on it, for example. We're obviously recording this one. It will be on YouTube. Would it be good to post a longer video like this on LinkedIn as well?
That is a good question. I don't think it's the best thing. Like, I don't think it'll reap the same benefits as doing short form content. So I would try to focus on that.
What's your time on short form? Like 30 seconds? Do you like a minute? What makes it too long? To Rick's question.
That's a great question too. There's not really like a too long unless you're going past like 2 minutes. But if a video can be shorter or more engaging, I think that's the more important thing. If you were just going to do something like this, so simple, prop your phone up, typing like 5 reasons to do this, read the caption, that could be 5 seconds. That could really just be 5 seconds. Someone doesn't need to sit here and watch 20 seconds of you typing on your computer. My talking one, I think it was like 30 seconds. Like, you just want to get out the key pieces of information to keep them on the hook. And then in your caption, you can kind of add more depth because the captions don't really matter as much in terms of like length. Like, you can write a novel if you want. A lot of people do that on LinkedIn. So you can write like a ton on LinkedIn. But the content itself should be short, tidbits that you need. Definitely don't go over 2 minutes, I would say. But the shorter you can make it or the more engaging you can make it, the better. I think this one was probably like 15 seconds. And I would say this one was less engaging. I think it was just more engaging because people understand the event. If you're going for community, they know Robin, maybe they know Mayor Corey Woods, they know State of the City. So that's the video breakdown and the examples. We'll get to helping you, like what next steps can be for you guys on executing some of this, but I just want to show you some examples. Now here's some photo examples. This is actually content that, well, this is going out this week on my LinkedIn because we just got this number back and I want to boast it. So this is like, it's still graphic information, but I'm just highlighting that key component. It's not just a blank square. We drove 1 million, over 1 million in revenue. Work with us. There's a little bit more of a pop to it. Personality, yes. It's not so. It's just not so boring. We need to make content that fits in the social landscape that people want to see. So keep that in mind. Graphics and infographics aren't bad. It's just where you can make things have more personality. Have a photo and just add a little text or make a video, the better you will perform on social media, the more revenue you'll drive, the more of an impact you'll make on social media and LinkedIn. They all kind of work in that same way. So content examples. I'm going to post this week highlighting, we did over 1 million, how we did it. We did the X much more than they did the year before. I posted this, I think already on my LinkedIn, highlighting that I went to ZCon, and this is what I took away from LinkedIn, and then I made that video post as another post about it. So this can be something of like you just highlighting yourself at an event. Oh, I'm here at the Ahwatukee Chamber. We learned about this and this. I'm going to challenge myself to make a LinkedIn post once a week for the next 3 months. Does anyone have any ideas? Leave a comment. Highlight yourself out and about. Oh, this new restaurant opened in Ahwatukee. I know everyone's been dying to try it. I'm super excited to support small businesses anytime I can, and the food was delicious. I highly recommend all of you go. Like, it doesn't always have to be pushing your services, but you can also push your services on something like this too. Oh, I went to LinkedIn. Here's my takeaways. Or I visited LinkedIn. I realized the importance of everyone having a profile. Here's what I'd recommend. You want to give like a little bit of information or insight or something people can take away or consume. and then do like a push or a lead. This is me with my team. We went out for a steakhouse for our 4-year anniversary last year. So I could easily do a post about that, being like, spending time with the team, love the team. It's still showing personality, but we haven't fully left. Like, we haven't fully derailed. It's not like a TikTok trend. I'm not dancing, I'm not doing all that crazy stuff. But you can still post, like, just came back from a ski trip with my family. The weather out here is beautiful. Who's been to blah, blah, blah. You can still make the content more personal than these examples. Because all the personality is what will make the impact. It's what will make people like the post. Also think to yourself, would I like this? Like, these are kind of fun. There's personalities, there's insight, I'm giving something, or I'm just showing myself and my network likes me, so they're gonna like the post. Whereas if I just made like a graphic, like, here's what you could do on social media, and didn't really provide substance, just posting to get it done with, it's not gonna be as engaging. People aren't gonna like it. So it's kind of like a fun way to help you plan content. And when I plan content of like, okay, I want to have something engaging, cool, I look at my calendar first, like, what am I doing this month? Is there anything I can like recap? Is there anything I can talk about? Is there any work things? Okay, and then I'll add that, and then I'll kind of fill in like, what are my goals? I want to sell email and SMS marketing really badly. So how can I make that more engaging or consumable? Can I provide information of how we achieved that metric, or how much more our clients achieved working with us, which was 480,000 more, which was crazy. Or do I want to provide examples of what an old email looked like versus a new one, and why ours performed better? You don't want it to just be like, here's 3 tips and there's no way for them to use any of it. Either show off like your portfolio and make it show the path of you getting there, or your services and show how easy they can be to attain, or what it looks like working with you, paint a picture. But don't just give like, you need a will. First thing you do is talk to a lawyer. It's like, how can we make that more fun? Here's 5 things you should do before you die. Or here's everyone's favorite word, death. I know. Exactly. But it's kind of, it's like, okay, what do I need to do? You don't have to, you can have like a little fun too. Or like, you can also incite discussion too. Like, you go on a trip. Let's say we went skiing with my family. Oh, I went skiing with my family. It's always been on my bucket list. I've really, working in estate planning, I've realized how important it is to have a bucket list. You really fulfill your needs while you have your time here on Earth. Like, what, blah, 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 blah. What's something that's on your bucket list that you want to travel to or accomplish next? You can also have like discussion points too. Try to insight. People are a lot more likely to also comment on LinkedIn because it does populate on their profile when they leave a comment. Like, if I commented on Renee's post, it'll come on my profile, like my comment in her post. So it's great to get people to comment. But people are more likely to comment even on like less exciting posts. It's like, oh, that was so factual and amazing. Thank you. Because it comes on their profile too. How are we feeling in regards to some of this content and ideas? Are we feeling like we need more ideas on how we could post or execution? Are we feeling like I have no idea where to begin? Are we feeling like, okay, I understand? How are we feeling as a group?
You know what? Can you show us your page and then kind of explain how you built it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be good?
Yeah.
And then that would help us out too, because then we could take a look at like a real life example.
Yep.
And we could say, okay, like, here's what I did. Here's the content I put in here, just so we can get a feel for it too.
Absolutely. Yep. I will showcase a couple profiles at the end for you guys. That's a great point. We'll circle back to that. And then obviously the network is so important because those are the people that you're connecting with, you're sending messages to. Who here has received some spam BS LinkedIn message that they connected you for no reason just because they want your money, and they have the perfect system or automation or thing for you, or they're going to book you all these appointments, yada, yada, yada. They suck. They're annoying. I don't pay any mind to most of them. They work for some people in some businesses. That's obviously why people do it. But as a whole, I think it just turns people off. So it's important that when we're building a network, it's the same thing as in-person networking. We're not in your face like, hey, this is who I am and I can book you 15 appointments if you're ready. It's like those spam emails and spam LinkedIn messages. They don't do enough for us. So first and foremost, connect with the people you know, relevant people in your industry that you know, or even people you don't know. You can always connect with someone and not send them a message. I tend to accept connection requests 20 times more if they don't send me a message upon connection, because I'm assuming if you're sending me a message that you want to sell me something, unless your connection's like, oh, hey, I work in the industry and you seem cool, thought we could connect, so wanted to send you a request. That's okay, but don't give your whole 30-second commercial to someone when you're sending a connection request. But you can connect with people that you admire, people that you think are doing well in your industry, people that you want to get to know better. Like, that's fine. It's just the way of how you go about connecting. Don't give someone your business story when you're sending that connection request. So yeah, heavy on personalized connection request if you're sending a message. Quality over quantity. There is also a limit to how many connection requests you can send a week. I think it's like 80 or 100. If you go over that or you attempt to, which a lot of people do, your account will just, they'll put you on like hold for a little bit. Like you can't send any more for a week or 2 weeks. And then you'll start getting in trouble because they'll think you're spam if you keep doing it. So keep that in mind as well. You can also, LinkedIn has such advanced features of like who you're trying to connect with in your business and stuff. Now, when we're looking at profile, content, network, it should go in that order of where your focus should be first. Your first focus should be optimizing your profile, and then making good content, and then inviting the network. If I opened a pizza shop and I didn't have menus made or dough ready in the back, it's like, why did you invite me? Why did you connect with me? So it's the same thing on LinkedIn. You don't invite people over to your page until you're ready to be displayed. You've answered their questions. You've built a good profile. You can send requests to people you know, but don't start like this robust LinkedIn plan of I'm going to connect with all these people and get started on everything until at least your profile has filled in all the blanks and you're posting consistently. Even if it's not ideal video, that's fine. Just make sure you're putting some effort into your profile before you're sending connections. No one wants to connect with a blank profile. As far as like, you can use their advanced search features to see like potential clients, partners, things like that of like who you should go after. There's also LinkedIn Sales Navigator and LinkedIn Premium, which is like a rung above that or like a level above that. I think it's like $150 a month for LinkedIn Sales Navigator, so it's not cheap.
Is it like a CRM then?
Yeah, it's like a CRM. And the good thing is you can use their like data. You're like out of their like, you're out of the confines of like, you can only send this many requests and stuff. You can like Chandler, Arizona.
For a CRM, frankly.
Yeah.
$150, that's a pretty damn good deal if it is moldable to the given industry that you're looking to apply it to.
It is. It just takes it is like a
Learning curve.
a very big learning curve. Like for me, it was a very big learning curve. Like I was like, okay, I had to watch so many YouTube videos and really do a lot of trials. Like LinkedIn Sales Navigator is not the easiest thing to learn, but it's very beneficial. There's a lot of programming that has to go into it to make it do what you want it to do. But you can say, okay, Aotuki, I want to talk to small business owners with this many employees or that are in this industry, or I want to talk to people that just started a job within the past year of this type. and it'll show you a list. It'll create those lists for you of people to connect with and send messages to. And that's where you can really like grow your network further. It's just a little bit of a learning curve. I'm happy to help anybody once you get to that path. That Sales Navigator is like profile, content, network, Sales Navigator. Like, you want to go in that order because Sales Navigator is expensive. It takes a lot of learning up front. It is very beneficial, but for people to take your connection request seriously, you need to be like participating in LinkedIn a little bit more. No one's gonna, people get a lot of spam and stuff, so you want to show yourself in the best light. But very beneficial for getting clients and things of that nature. We've gotten a lot of large clients from that. I know a lot of businesses that we work with that use Sales Navigator all the time for their leads. I even know chambers that have used Sales Navigator to connect with business owners. So it can work and it's really useful. Again, just make sure you go in that order. I don't want to dive too deep into Sales Navigator because it's very messy. But when you're ready for that, you can always book a free consultation with me. And I'm happy to guide you through some of the initial steps or send you some of the videos and things that I watch that can maybe help you as well. But network is last, and send personalized request. And then the obvious one is engage with people, respond to your comments, share posts of other people if it's relevant to your industry or you like them. Like, be engaging on social media. When we post for clients, it's important that it's not just us throwing stuff out, but also us consuming content as well. So like and share posts, message people that you like, that you're already connected with, comment on posts, share articles, share things like that. Just don't just give, engage. Measure success. Just track your profile views, post engagement, see how many connections you've grown. It'll be very easy in the beginning to see like what your success is. Once it starts measuring out of like, okay, I've been doing LinkedIn efforts for a while. Now what am I looking for? I can definitely help you assist with that. But the key things is profile views and engagements and then connections. I would say those are the 3 things that you should keep in mind as far as tracking success. But yes, profile views, post engagement, and then connection growth. So the amount of people that are connecting with you and you're connecting with, the people that are people liking, commenting, sharing your post, and then how many people are viewing your profile. If you have LinkedIn Premium, you can see exactly who's viewed your profile. So once you start really putting in that effort into LinkedIn, it is worth taking that extra step, but not in the beginning. You'll just be throwing money away. And then LinkedIn analytics are right on the platform. It's super easy to read. It'll tell you even when you log on. And then experiment with different content types to see what resonates. If you see a couple people really like your videos or a couple people really like the photos of you, more personal, people like the graphics, or you do like a Member Monday, here is our new member. You do like a little photo, video spotlight, something like that. Keep pushing with those, just kind of see what's working and what's not. Obviously, month 1 and month 2, you'll see significant increase if you haven't been posting that whole time, because obviously that's how metrics work. But after that is when you can really start measuring what's done the best. Okay, how to be consistent. Set a weekly schedule for posting and engagement. I would set aside, like I said, I look at my calendar, see what I'm doing for the month. Every week I have allotted time. Okay, this time I'm going to design some social posts for myself, for LinkedIn, for NeverNot, things like that. And then I schedule it on a platform like Later, so it's done with. I've done it for the week. I don't have to worry about it again. And I think the biggest thing on here is don't shoot for the stars. I don't think I put this on here, but don't try to do way more than you can. Start with small goals. Say, I'm going to look at my profile and make sure I have a profile picture, a profile cover image or banner, and my About Me section done. Start with small goals. Don't shoot don't make your goals just unreachable. Like try to start small and grow with it. Because it's hard, especially if you don't do social media or you hate doing social media. You're gonna take forever to do it. So don't make the goals so unrealistic that you're like mad at yourself that you didn't accomplish it. Like start small, and then it'll be easier to accomplish and attain. But definitely a schedule is the most important thing, and planning out your content in advance will save you a lot of time. We talked about this. You can use Insights for business performance, Sales Navigator for advanced lead generation, keyword advanced. And then there is a platform, LinkedIn Learning, where you can actually watch like videos from the LinkedIn team showing you everything. It's a free website and platform that they have that explains every bit of LinkedIn. It's not just like a help questionnaire of like, do I do this, do I do that? They have video overviews and trainings to take you further if you want to explore more and see examples. So I know you guys want to see a LinkedIn profile. Are there any other questions that anybody can think of?
I got one more. When it comes to posting and reposting, does it have the same effect on the audience when you only repost other?
Mhm.
It doesn't.
Yep. It'll still show it to your network. The only time that it might not have as big of a benefit to you is if you're reposting like that video where it's like 30 over 30. You're not going to get all the same amount of like engagement, followers, all that stuff as she is. But like I just shared a post on my LinkedIn a couple days ago, and I got the exact same amount of engagement. And that's just typically what we see. Like you'll get the same engagement with sharing. Just if you're the initial post that people are sharing, you're going to get the benefits. You're going to get more benefits because then this person's sharing and you're getting all that engagement, but you will still get the same amount of engagement for yourself. Woo! Okay. Give me just a minute and I'll pull up a LinkedIn profile really fast. Here we go. So while I'm pulling this up right now, I do offer free consultations after I do presentations. No, it's not a sales meeting. It's not a sales meeting where I'm just going to try to sell you my services. It's a genuine consultation to help give you advice on whatever you need for your digital marketing. So if you're interested, I really only offer them. Oh, Renee, I just saw your post. She's already posted on LinkedIn. Okay. All right. I'm going to repost that right now, but I will respond to that with a comment later after I pull this up. Here we go.
You were saying that we could have a consultation with you and then.
Yes, sorry. I got a little sidetracked there. Got a little excited. You can have a free consultation with me. I will go over anything in your marketing, email, SMS, influencers, social media, PR, you name it. I can help. And I'll just kind of give you some guidance on what you need. If you're looking for a little bit more than that, we offer consulting that you can buy, which I recommend to small businesses to start. Which you pretty much can just buy us at an hourly rate. Hallelujah. You can buy us at an hourly rate, and that just starts, it's like pretty much around $50 an hour. So if you just need little services to start up in the meantime, you can always start there too. Okay, so let's look at Bree Foster. She's one of the people I met at the LinkedIn conference, so I just knew her profile was going to be good. Okay. Profile picture. Obviously, we have our banner image here. Bree Foster, her name. And then we see she has a little bit about her in her headline. So she is a creator integrated marketing manager at LinkedIn. She was at Pinterest. And then, so she's putting like any jobs I can give her, any buzz, accolade that she has. For a business owner, I would put something like connecting business owners or helping business owners drive revenue through digital marketing. And then I would put a line and be like, driven over $1 million in sales for this, or done this, done that. This is what I do. So it's like just making a 1-sentence headline of what you can offer, or giving little blurbs.
Is that the headline?
This is the headline right here where it says Creator Integrated Marketing Manager.
Yep.
Yep. Then here, this is the about, that summary section that I was talking about. This is where you just put a little bit about you, how you can help people, what you can do. She's obviously not a business owner, but I like using her profile because everything is filled out the way it should be. But this can easily be flipped to being a business owner. I am this, I'm looking for this, because at the end of the day, we're also trying to be hired or make connections with other businesses. So this is where you put that like elevator pitch, that 30-second elevator pitch. Hers is pretty short. I hate summaries that are like, make it like, come on, let's make it short and sweet. So this is like a pretty good length for me. It could be a little longer if it needed to be, but that's a pretty good length for me. Skills. So as you see here, top skills, social media, marketing, integrated marketing. So see how we can see what her top skills are, and then how people have endorsed her. So you can just select from a huge list of what your skills are, and people can endorse them and say, yeah.
So how many skills should you have up there? You can select from a huge list. You don't want to select all of too many, right?
It doesn't make a ginormous difference if you have too many. As long as you don't have like 20, you're fine. I would say to try to stay around like 5 to 10, maybe 12 at the most if you're like multifaceted and own other businesses. But it does help. It does help you with searchability. So it is important to fill those out. And then once you have your profile done, you go, oh, hey, Christian, don't you think I'm good at social media? Would you give me a LinkedIn endorsement? It won't publish on my page that I endorse them, but it shows up on her profile, for example, that I endorsed her for social media. So it just helps you look better. There is a featured section. So like obviously she took some of her posts like that she was the Future 50 from the drum of 2020 marketers. And she's highlighting that because, hey, that's really important. If you're on my page, I want you to know that I accomplished this or I accomplished that. So that's like a linked post versus this is just kind of where you can highlight the most important things that stand out to you. If you have any like accolades, blog posts, anything like that, if you want to highlight a couple, you can put them right here. And you would just click on the post to make it. And then this is activity. So you can see all the things that she's posted, her comments, her videos, that video tab. And this is her at ZCon, as you can tell as well. So like this one was like her sharing conference tips.
I am day 2 at ZCon, and I thought I'd share with you some of my favorite conference tips and tricks. I've been going to conferences for what seems like a really long time, so I figured these help me and they might help you.
So you can also just see her videos. You can kind of get a better gauge. If you want to look at her profile after this, her name is Bree Foster. And then her experience. This is like, you want to fill this out, obviously, of like what experience do you have to sell me? So this is where you put, a business owner of this company for this long and what you've accomplished there. And then your skills will tack onto this. You can tag your skills on here. Like she can say, like, because she is a creator integrated marketing manager at LinkedIn, these are the skills that she has to use. So education, and then this is where recommendations can go as well. Go ahead. Yes.
Do you do any YouTube channel optimization?
Mm-hmm. I know LinkedIn can be a lot So that's why I'm saying let's just start with actionable steps. Okay, let's fill in my about. Let's make sure my profile image is up to date with a banner image. Okay, this week I'm going to come up with a headline, or today I'm coming up with a headline. That's how I would paste this. Do we have any questions? I know that was a lot. If anyone's drowning of information, help me. Again, give this a little scan. I'm happy to help you outside of here. Yes?
So your long picture, like for a realtor, you know, do you want a for sale sign with the house there and then your picture, or do you?
Yeah.
It kind of has to go there.
It can really be like anything. You just wanted to kind of give a taste of what you do and who you are. But it can be a for sale sign. It can be an Arizona sunset.
Like for your flower shop, I took a picture of sign around the windows with my door right on that line.
Okay.
So it kind of showed my place, a little bit of the place, so that something like that. Or businesses would be good.
Can you have more than one LinkedIn profile?
No. You can have business pages, company pages, but those are like, you only want to create a company page really to like, if you're a bigger business and you're looking to show off like why people should work for you, or like things like that. It's really hard to grow a company page unless you're like some big, like we do some big company in like San Francisco, like Bay Area, and they're like venture capital and stuff. Like they can use a LinkedIn company page. Small businesses or businesses in like Arizona, it's not really needed unless you're really looking to hire a huge base for your company. Boom. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, Christian, we just want to give you a special thanks for coming out and providing this great presentation on LinkedIn for us. The knowledge is going to be very helpful for all of these businesses. And so with that, we just want to present you with this.
Oh my gosh. Thank
And
you.
we'll probably get a couple of pictures here.
Sure.
Over so I can get the
Yep.
NeverNot
Yep,
social
let's-
notes. Go right there, Rick. That's perfect. Thanks for moving that. Perfect, guys. Thank you.
Thank you guys. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
We do
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.